What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to FudgeMuppet. It's Scott here with a brand new vanilla Skyrim build which has been requested every now and then since we started the channel. The build is called the Puppet Master and revolves around manipulation, control, and assassination. Unlike a traditional pacifist manipulation-focused character, the Puppet Master is not going to sit back and watch his show unfold in front of him. He's going to play a lead role in his very own production, slitting the throats of various enemies as they fight amongst each other in an emotional frenzy. The Puppet Master is going to be gifted with stealth and obviously magic, but his main motivations are money and furthering his skills. Growing up in a more rural town of Elsewhere, the Puppet Master was actually involved with puppets. These creations were a part of his life, as his mother and father ran a highly praised puppet show in order to get by. They would craft the puppet and any gear needed themselves, and taught the young Khajiit boy how to do this too. The family was extremely ethical in their values and practice, and constantly travelled to various towns to do performances. It wasn't uncommon for Khajiit to travel from large cities to see the latest show. However, most of their time was spent practicing their techniques as they travelled, and doing free exhibitions to improve their reputation. It was the kind of job that had huge paydays, but not many days with pay even involved. The Puppet Master was forced into doing the show to help out, although forced is a rather harsh word, as he definitely enjoyed the entire process. The Khajiit's family weren't exactly business smart, but they definitely had brainpower in other areas. They were quite gifted when it came to illusion magic, and the Puppet Master was taught how to use illusion throughout his entire upbringing. Illusion gave the family a massive edge in their performances and was necessary to ensure the best shows possible. Regardless of this, by the time the Puppet Master was a young adult, his family was still doing it tough, and he decided to try out a new tactic. Without telling his parents, he began to use illusion magic discreetly on people who walked by to manipulate them into watching his family show. Business was booming for the Khajiit family, however, the parents eventually caught the Puppet Master in the act and were incredibly disgusted. They could not believe how much money he had stolen from others. Well, at least it was thievery in their eyes. The Puppet Master and his parents had a massive argument. He believed that they should be happy that he helped them, but from their point of view, money earned unfairly was not worth having. His disagreement with their beliefs caused things to become more and more heated, until eventually his parents told him that they wanted nothing to do with him. The Puppet Master was furious and saddened, and he knew that he'd have to leave home. He also knew that on his own he would have to make money in order to survive. It wasn't long after moving into a more populated area and living amongst the lower class on the streets that his actions started to become a bit more criminal, or at least he worked for the criminals. The Puppet Master figured he could make money in extortion and continued to harness new magical talent to get his way with people who owed other people money. He would go to the guilds in his town to learn conjuration as well, and using this knowledge he could now summon creatures that would intimidate those who were stubborn. The Puppet Master enjoyed learning new skills and also decided to learn how to use a sword. He was able to pay for lessons now, and after spending more time with criminals and learning new ways of making money, the Puppet Master decided to get into the accidents business. He didn't let morals interfere with him making a living, and he gained enjoyment out of manipulating others to do his bidding or the bidding of others, and also using his various skills to make more income. The Puppet Master did many contracts for various people, assassinating targets and making it look like an assassin had nothing to do with it. Think of what happened to Balin in Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. As time went by, the Puppet Master truly became addicted to the control he had over others, the money he was making, and the constant pursuit of new skills and knowledge. Life was pretty good, however he wanted more, and he wasn't satisfied enough only operating in Elsewhere. Desperate to make more money and manipulate large amounts of people, the Puppet Master headed to Skyrim, the land which was becoming torn apart by a civil war. He saw Skyrim as a giant cauldron of emotions, and he knew this was definitely something he could take advantage of. He also heard rumors that the Dark Brotherhood was operating there, and made it a goal of his to learn from them and join their ranks. Heading to Skyrim, the Puppet Master is of course caught on the border, and his money and gear is confiscated. He's going to escape Helgen and seek out the Dark Brotherhood, and about halfway through the Brotherhood storyline you're going to want to join the College of Winterhold. He wants to do this to further his magical abilities and also gain more influence and control. If you wish to do the main storyline you can, and this build will definitely side with the Volkihar in the Dawnguard DLC. In terms of a standing stone, you can choose between the Mage and the Lover Stone at the start of the game to level up your Puppet Master. However, at the end of the game you're going to want the Atronach Stone. This will reduce your magicka regen by 50%, however this is countered by your gear. Looking at the benefits, you'll get 50 more points of magicka, which is great for casting more spells, and you'll most importantly get 50% spell absorption. This gives you a 50% chance to absorb an entire spell when hit by it, and if this occurs you take no damage. Looking at the stat spread, you're going to want 60% magicka and 40% health. Stamina investment wasn't very necessary at all for this build. You should be able to roll around when you need to and use power attacks with what you have. You shouldn't be power attacking constantly while playing this build. 40% health is going to keep the Puppet Master alive, especially considering he avoids lots of damage with his playstyle. 60% magicka has been chosen so we can cast spells all the time, constantly turning enemies against each other and occasionally turning ourselves invisible. You'll also need magicka for your bound weapons and other conjuration spells. When it comes to skills, the Puppet Master is going to be using Illusion, Sneak, One-Handed, and Conjuration. Conjuration will be used for many things such as summoning bound swords and daggers, summoning Daedra, and also reanimating the undead. Reanimation isn't something the Puppet Master uses super often and most likely does it for emotional impact and personal satisfaction. Both Daedra and undead will work as distractions so the Puppet Master can sneak up and assassinate his enemies. Sneak will allow this to happen as the Puppet Master will be very hard to detect and is going to use the bound dagger spell to conjure the dagger he uses to kill everyone with. He can also dual wield bound swords if he finds himself discovered in battle. And of course, you can use a combination of a sword and a dagger for extra speed. Illusion is going to be used to frenzy and pacify opponents, mainly frenzy, and also make yourself invisible. Becoming invisible after frenzying opponents is a great strategy, however you can still simply use your sneak skill alone to pull off assassinations. As always, a link to all the perks we've used for the Puppet Master have been put in the description for you. As you can probably tell, the spells you're using are reanimation spells, all the illusion spells, bound sword and bound dagger, as well as all of the Daedra summons. The gear we're using is Ancient Shrouded gloves and boots and Archmage robes. The Ancient Shrouded gloves will double sneak attack damage with one-handed weapons and the boots will make you muffled. The Archmage robes are highly helpful as they reduce all spell costs by 15%, add 50 magicka and make magicka regen 100% faster. You can wear any enchanted jewelry you find for more advantages. And that concludes an all-new Skyrim build, the Puppet Master. Thank you for watching, and if you want more, be sure to subscribe. We're uploading a new Skyrim build every second Sunday. Like the video if you enjoy Elder Scrolls content and subscribe if you want more. Be sure to leave your build IDs in the comments below. Follow us on Snapchat and Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Links to these pages can be found in the description alongside the perk link we made for you. My name is Scott, this was the Puppet Master, and I'll nerd out with all of you once again next time.